This guy is too slow. Hold on, please. I'm trying to share my screen. It's just well, the last time I had to clear Teams catch before I was able to have a smooth class. Let's see. What do I do? It's not going to go well like this. What's happening here?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Your screen is live. Yeah, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Hello? If you are trying to talk, your mic is muted. Kindly unmute your mic. Hello, Mr. Yomi, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you. So I
Okay.
said I'll have to join on another laptop. I don't know why this guy is slow, and I don't have that time. Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen. I can see your screen.
What can you see?
I can see SharePoint Online Deep Dive. Speaker, Yomi, Aledare, MCT.
Okay, you don't need to read everything. So, good afternoon, everyone. We are welcome to another SharePoint series, and we have a lot to cover as my senior learned colleague have mentioned, and we'll see how we can manage our time. Some of us might have joined previous sessions, so permit me, we just have to skip all of that because of the time that we have. So we want to look at SharePoint customization. That's our focus today on like tweaking SharePoint, okay, bending it and all of that the way we want. Excuse me.
Please, you.
So before we go on, I don't know if we are aware of the Agent Con Lagos conference and if we have registered. If you have,
Yes.
if you are aware and you are registered, just put a thumbs up on the okay. So therefore that have not registered, let's do so. So the Oyimafu, you can help us with the link. Just put it on the chat so that those who have not registered can just do that. So it's a program in partnership with the MT5 community and the Agent Con, and it promises to be impactful. And I hope to see some of us there also. And you have all the dates. It's a full day program. I've already taken leave for this day because I don't want to miss it. Okay, so let's try and register. Okay. Okay, and today is SharePoint customization, and we're on the 6th series, and so we have a discussion divided into first 30 minutes, which we have already taken about 40 minutes out already. So we have 16 minutes left. So we'll do theoretical foundation on our discussion today. Sorry, not on sharing. That will be on SharePoint customization, what we're going to be looking at. Then our lab, hopefully we should be able to finish it in an hour. Then we'll have our Q&A, which will be for 30 minutes. Okay. So what are you going to learn? So we're going to see how you can customize a SharePoint intranet. Okay, so we are going to create a blank site and add all the features that needs to be added, which also include adding pages and web parts. So I hope to achieve that in 15 minutes, and then we'll work on creating managed metadata and content organizer in SharePoint. That should probably take 30 minutes or thereabout. And then we use the other 15 minutes for creating custom views. That will be how we're going to divide the lab. So at the end of this class, the key takeaway should be that you understand what managed metadata is, what content type is, and what the power of content organizer in SharePoint, and also how to create custom views for list or document libraries. And then lastly, how to build your own intranet in SharePoint. Some of us might already be familiar with what SharePoint Internet is. Is simply your internal site and can come in form of a communication site, a home site, hub site, or a SharePoint news. So you can have all of that as your site. Okay. Now, SharePoint manage metadata is simply talking about data about your files that you create in SharePoint. So imagine you are creating a library in SharePoint about books. Okay, so when you upload the file to SharePoint, the only information that SharePoint has is the file itself, who uploaded it, when it was uploaded. Okay, those are basically information about the file. Now, what about information about the information on the file? Would be that who wrote the book, when was it published, who, what edition, additional information like that. So that is where metadata comes in. Okay, so when you want to build a robust content management site that outlives the admin, so that even when the admin has gone, imagine going to the site and searching for books by John Wick. I don't know if John Wick is an author. What happens? It gives you that information based on the author category. So, but ordinarily, without the metadata, how would you be able to get that information? Okay, so we're going to look at metadata in SharePoint, and also we're going to combine it with content type. Okay, we're going to combine it with content type. Now, what are the benefits? Number one is consistency. Okay, everything you want will be in the correct way. Some of us might have filled a Google form. They will say, provide your location. The person will put their full address. The person will put Lagos. The person will put Nigeria. The person will put Abia, like that. That kind of data, when you have it, it's very difficult to really work with. Okay, but when you set up a manage metadata column in SharePoint for your list, it ensures that there is consistency. Okay, it ensures that there is consistency. Then another thing also is unified update. Okay, if for instance Nigeria has created another 17 states, you don't need to now start going to the what is it called, the libraries to start adding those things. Just update those new states in the term set that is connected to the metadata, and you'll be able to see the new state in the column without having to make any change. Okay, so this is one thing that makes a choice column different from a managed metadata. Okay, if you are using a choice column, when I mean choice column, just like the example I gave about location, where somebody will provide their location and all that. So imagine it's a choice column and you have states. So you have to go back to where you have created that list and provide, the additional states that have been added. Okay. So I prepared this slide to be very brief, very brief. So that's why there's not much on it, because I don't want to really talk much theory. Believe some of us might be familiar with some of this, and or some of these might have been also discussed. I know I touched some of them briefly during my session as well. Okay, then we have what is called content type. I don't think if I have a slide for that. The content type is a way of defining your content in SharePoint. Simply saying that this content should carry this behavior. Okay, and when you insert or when you upload a file to OneDrive, it has a modified by, it has all of those things. That is a content type. Okay, so in a content type, you see the attribute of or properties of a content, the name, the modified by the author, maybe the size, and all of that. Okay. Then we want to move on to the so we're going to in this class, we're going to combine content type, manage metadata, and SharePoint content organizer. We're going to combine them into one. Okay. Meaning that we're going to have them in a session demonstrating their power. So what is content organizer? Okay, what is content organizer? It's simply a feature in SharePoint that allows you to organize your library. If you are dealing with an enterprise where you have, let's say, what is this bank now? UBA, for instance, and they have customer service documents. When you go to a bank, you want to open this, they will go and print. So go and print so you want to do, they go and print so. So that means they have like document for everything that you want to do. You want to complain about stolen funds or what is that now? Transaction failure. You get a form to fill. So imagine if those things are not organized and somebody needs to print them. 1 hour, the person is still searching for the file. Okay. So, but with content organizer, we're saying that content should be organized based on the content type and the metadata. Okay, based on the content type and the metadata. So it enables you to now create like what is called a drop-off library. So you just go to the library, you drop any file, provide all the necessary requirements. It knows where to take the file. So for instance, you have HR department, you have operations department, you have marketing department, and each of these departments work on different documents. So they all go to the drop-off library, upload their documents, and tag it appropriately using the content, using the manage content type. And content organizer will automatically route the file to the specific library based on what you have provided. If you provide marketing, it will move the file to marketing. If you provide sales, it's going to keep it in the drop off because sales is not part of the library. You provide manufacturing or operation, it's going to move. So like that. Then you can also define in such a way that a folder should not hold more than 20 items. Okay, you can say when you have stored 20 items in this folder, what should happen? Create another folder and start putting document inside it. Okay, then if for instance duplicate, maybe Clara is adding file, Andrew is also adding the same file, the same name, you can specify how duplicate should be handled. Okay, you can specify whether it should create versions or you should add the name to it. So whichever way we're going to see that anyway as we go ahead. So that is just basically what SharePoint content organizer does. Then lastly, we're going to look at SharePoint views. Okay, SharePoint views are a way of creating views in SharePoint. Okay, where you can define how users see documents on your document library. Okay, so we're going to see the way we can create views, edit the views, and also to format our current view, where we can do a little bit of tweaking of JSON code to hide some things on our view. Okay, so I think after that we can go to the lab. Okay, similar as the next thing that we're going to do now. So do we have any question? Okay, I'll just try to log into that page now. I don't know if my system is slow. I will just switch to another laptop because I don't want us to drag. Okay, I think I can share. Okay, I think I have a way around this. So please, question quickly on what has been said so far. So let's take a question. Permit me, I'm rushing. I can see it's already 4:28. I want to make sure that the theory is covered in 30 minutes. Just bear with me and as we go along. But please, is there something that you want me to clarify under the next 2 minutes? While I log into my environments. Yes. Is there anything I should clarify? Anybody?
Yeah. Well done. I feel we can just continue maybe after the whole demo. Now,
Okay. So I need somebody to help me here, but I will share my screen again so that we can do a draft. But I need somebody to keep a note because I'm going to be asking. I don't think I will use this laptop. Is very slow. And I don't think it's the internet. Very sure it's not the internet. Something might be causing this. And I am not checking that yet. So just bear with me. So I'm going to share my screen. I really don't know why this thing is acting the way it's acting. Almost everything is slow. Hmm. So let me know if you can see a whiteboard.
Yeah, it just came up now.
Okay. So we're going to create what's that? We're going to create a company called Adrian. So Adrian has departments, has sales, has marketing. Hey, interesting. And has operations. Okay. So everything we're going to be doing today is going to be around Adrian. So first, we're going to create a site for Adrian, Inc. with a logo and I tried joining on this other tips. It was not responding. I would have loved to join on this other one. But let me just try it. I don't like the way the thing is slow. I don't have it's not going to allow me to manage my time. So let me just try again. If it works, I'll just join on the other other laptop and where is the account? That's another problem. I can't even remember my password. Let's just continue. So let me open Quick Assist. Assist. So I can't remember my password, so I'll just use a Quick Assist and connect. Let's see how that goes. Oof. Wow. What is this? Okay. Please just bear with me. Um, Oyimafu.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, so please, I'm going to need to have to join with another account. So
Okay.
you just elevate the guy.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that straight up.
Because I can't remember my password, and the laptop that everything is set up and ready to go is very, very uncooperating. So
Okay.
I will join. You will see me now. I will join on another
Okay.
laptop. That one is working fine.
Okay. While Mr. Yomi sets up his system, I can see we have some amazing guys in the house here. We have Rashid Ogunira, the MCT community lead. Welcome to the call. And we also have Kola Wale, Falebita. We have Emmanuel, Benedita, Theodora, Udo, Yaya, Wilbert. We really appreciate you guys for joining us today. So while our mentor sets up the system we want to use to project, will just be on the standby. And the section is going to be very interactive, like very interesting, because SharePoint is very important because knowledge base is key. So let's just stay tuned. If you have questions, don't be shy. Ask. This is a community where everybody is heard. Your point of view matters to us, and your feedback is what makes us better. So you can ask your questions any way that you feel that okay, you don't understand. We're actually here for you. So we just wait for our mentor to set up his new system while we join. Once again, welcome to Nigerian N365 community. And if you have not registered for AgentCon, the registration link is on the chat. So I can share it again for those that are just joining us now, because the event is happening this Friday and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be very, very interesting. And I assure you that if you come, you will never regret it. So let's just try and be there. So it's better we show up so that we can stand out in life. So let's show up for that event, please. Let's show up. Thank you.
Please mute the other user.
Have you joined with the other account so that I can elevate it? And also we have our one of our leaders here, Timileyin Olaleye. Welcome to the call. So once you join with okay, let me elevate it. Okay. So now you have the floor now. So you can share your screen, Mr. Yomi. Okay. Yeah, your screen is displaying. Oh, you are muted. Okay. Okay. So while our mentor setup. So we are having a deep dive section today. So we will be learning how to customize SharePoint sites. SharePoint site customization is one of the most difficult tasks ever because if you use template to create SharePoint sites, it's easy. But when it comes to customization, that is where the work is. So this section is going to be a big one and it's promised to be an amazing section. So we'll just hold on for our mentor to set up. So your camera is not projecting, is more or less like I think maybe something is covering it. Maybe you can check it. Yeah, it's clear now. It's clear. It's clear. It's off now.
Okay. So we are
Thank you.
getting set up gradually.
Okay.
That's good. I don't know why the other laptop just decides not to. Okay, so I have not been able to sign in yet. Let me sign the other one. The reason why I don't want to use this laptop is that I blocked a lot of things, so it might kind of
Okay. Security engineer. Well done.
but let's see. See how it goes. Okay, I'll use this guy to do testing. Okay. Sign him out. Apologies. I don't know how I'm going to cover up for that 15 minutes, but I know I can. Let's see how it goes. Please confirm that you can see my screen. At least this is responding very fast. The other one would have been very frustrating for every one of us.
I can see your screen from my end and I can see some thumbs up. That means other people can see your screen as well.
Okay,
Yes.
beautiful. So I was saying that we should create a site. So let's have notes. Where's notes? This is their new M65 Copilot signing page. Is very stressful.
Yeah, they are just trying to sell Copilot so that people will be aware of Copilot.
So just bear with me. I want to explain what we are going to do so that when we start it, it's going to be very easy and straightforward. That's all this drama I'm doing. So I want to create an Excel page as a blank workbook. Okay, so the name of our company is Adrian Inc. So that will be the name of our company. Then we'll have some departments, which is operation. So we just use ops. We have HR, and sales. So let's just work this. So we have 3 departments. So we're going to create a term set called department, and we're going to create a content type called projects. Come on, why is it not typing? Projects. Or let's call it office docs. So this content type will have, of course, a name. Why is it doing that? Where is that coming from? What did I press? Okay. So this content will have a name and then a type. So this type, refer to the documents. They want to have the information about who modified the file. And so this will be created in view, but let's remove that for now. So we'll have the name. So this type is telling us that, let's not use type, sorry, department. And let's have category. Okay, so we have that. So we have a content type we're going to create. It's going to have name. So this department will use this term set, and category should also use a term set. Let's create that. Let's call it category, and let's just have it as internal for internal document and external for external documents. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to show here is that we're going to create a site. Okay, now our site, we're going to have department called ops, HR, and sales. These will be document libraries. Okay, these will be document libraries. And then we're going to have these 2 term sets, category and department. Okay, and the goal is that if anyone uploads a file and just tag it, the department, as HR, let's use category so that we can manage our time. So once, based on the tag, it's going to route the document to any of these document libraries. That's what we want to achieve. Then lastly, we'll now create a view that will show the name of the file and let's hide the department, maybe the category and I think when it was modified and by who. Okay, so where do I start? I want to first create a site. It's going to be a communication site for Adrian Inc. This thing disturbing me. Stay here. Okay. This sign is too much. So I'm going to the SharePoint admin to create the site. So we're starting with the first lab, which is creating sites, adding logo, navigation, footer, header, and then the web parts. Okay. So I'll create a communication site. I'll scroll down. I'll choose blank. Template. The name is going to be Adrian Inc. And site owner, add myself. Site owner. Hope I'm not too fast. And we see how can wow. I'll just leave everything. So that is being created for us. Let me know when you see the site, please. Okay, I think that's it here. So we can open the site. So the site is open now. So this is a blank site. You can see there's nothing on it. So let's build the site assets. Okay, so I'll click on site content here, and I'm going to create 3 document libraries. Okay, so let's go to I need my notepad to get the link. How responsive this thing is. That laptop is just okay. So new document library. So I don't want it to show in navigation. So check that. So we are creating ops. So I just copy the URL. I'll need that for my navigation. Copy it and keep. Okay, let's go back. New main library, blank, and what's the second one? Ops HR. And lastly, I think let's just continue because of our time. We have 2 libraries, HR and ops. Okay. So we can go to we can start building our page I didn't copy the link for HR, so let me just click on it. Let's copy that. Paste. Okay, so let's build our site. So I'll just click on this and go back to my main site. So let's build the site. Let's add the logo and all of that. So I'll go to my settings here. I'll click on change the look. So let's start with the theme. And I'll go with I have a logo. We go with I'll go with this. So that's the more like a theme. Okay, so it's not reflecting because I've not selected my header. So my header, this is my header, this place here. So, but let's choose a design so that we can see how this is going to work. So let's go to design. Let's go for this. So this is going to be my background. Then that is if I want to use a color here. So optionally, you can also use an image, which I think I should do. So let's add an image instead. I'll just use any of the available images. Adrian, what's Adrian into? I don't know. Let's just pick something nice. This is nice. So this should show here. Okay. I think the color is fine. What do you think? Guys, am I the only one that is doing this?
Just go ahead. We are seeing what you're doing.
We are here with you.
Okay. I should just be firing on. So logo, I let me borrow this logo here. I'll use this. This is site logo thumbnail. This is for I think for search. This is the site logo itself. So let's add the same thing. But I had this laptop. I've been as frustrated as whatever. So we have the logo. So as you can see, as I'm making these changes, you can see it here. So how is this looking? I think I should change this. Let's look for something that is very close to our logo. I don't think I have time for this. Let's continue. So basically you can add your image, or if you want it to be this color, which I want, I will just choose this and I will remove that logo. Okay, so that summarizes my header. I'll save that. Oh, so I forgot. So let's do the layout for the header. So under layout here, currently this is set to compact. So minimal, look at what minimal does. Okay. Then this is standard, extended. So which one should we go for? Let's use extended. Okay. So I'll just save that. And then I'll go to the navigation. I want it to have a cascade, like the way website normally have. Instead of showing in the front, let it show like the side. So I'll just save that. And I think lastly is my footer here. It's already showing as blue. So I can choose a color for my footer. Sorry, an image this time around. So let's use this. Okay, so that will be our image for the footer. Then this is the overlay color. If you say white, it will allow it to come out more, black, like that, depending on how you want it. I think this looks cool. And typography, I don't have any typography configured yet. So the name I want to see on my footer will be, of course, Adrian. I didn't, okay. Adrian Inc. And then the logo, okay, the same logo. I would have added it to the site for easy access. It's okay. So now we have our footer design. And it's very small. So we'll change the layout as well. Let's make it bigger. So let's set it extended. Let's align it right. So with this, I have my site. Okay. So, but I want to remove site content, pages, and even this guy. I want to remove this guy as well. So what do? I'll go to, or I can just rename this. Let's just remove it. So I will click on edit. Remove this, remove this, remove this, and let's add a label. Okay, the label is departments. Then let's have the various departments. Let's have ops. Open a new tab so it doesn't override that. So I'll just get the link from where I saved it. And then I'll paste it in. It's my class, is very robotic. Try to manage time. Okay, save that, and then let's add the other one, which is HR. I also create 3 document library, but because of time, created 2 with the same concept. HR, open a new tab, and then I'm going to say make sublink. Make sublink. So I have home. This should be departments. Okay, then I click on save. Okay, so I have my home and my departments. Okay, so with that, we have been able to add logo, set up the footer, Then the menu or the navigation, I've been able to add that as well, and then the footer as well. Okay, so let's let's design our home page for Adrian Inc. So I'll just click on this edit here. So we want to add an image slider on this one column. So let me start again. So our page currently is divided into 3. This, and this. Currently it's blank. There are no content inside. So I want to start adding content. So whatever I'm adding is called your web parts. Okay. So this is I'm on a page. I'm working on a web page, or like a SharePoint page. Okay. And I'm adding components to the web page, which in SharePoint is referred to as your web parts. So if I hover on this, I can add additional section. Okay. If I come into the next section, I'm able to see the option to add web parts. Okay. If I come to this also, I'm able to see that option as well. Then this control here is for this section. Maybe I want to delete section, I want to duplicate it. This is where I can do that here. So let's add our image gallery. So let's search, let's type corporates. So I'm not going to pick anything there, whatever it is, as long as it's big. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is it. So we have it here, but I don't want it like this. So you can see my image gallery here. So I don't want this add the title of it. So I'll choose this option here. Okay. So what else should I do? Switch to grid layout? No, that's all. Show in mobile view. Yeah. So with that, we are done with the image gallery. And I can move on to, what's this? Okay. So I can move on to the next part. So let's add other information here, like so this is a 2-column. Let's make it a 3-column layout. I'm on the section now. I'm on the section. Section rather. So 3 columns. Okay. Now let's add what should we add here? Let's add weather here. Weather information. So I'll just specify Lagos, New York, and Tokyo. Lagos Island again. Tokyo of the SARS. Okay. So I've also turned off the title for that. I want this to be in Celsius because I'm in Nigeria. Okay. So we have the weather here. So let's add time. Okay. So let's look for clock. If you see it, let me know. Okay, that's a word clock. So same thing. I'm just demonstrating how we can add web parts to our sites. Unfortunately, this is an intra site, so it's not something that I can just say, oh yeah, everybody should go and access. Okay. So we have the, I'll just remove this title as well. We don't want that. Show days of the week. Let me see how it looks. Yeah. A month year. Okay, so I think that is it. Then here, the third column here, I want to add something. So basically, that is it. So before now, we used to have the Twitter web part, but I don't know, maybe because Elon Musk bought Twitter, so the API kind of was discontinued, but it's no longer available. Okay, so you can, maybe if Adrian has a Twitter handle, you can add it so that even from without going to Twitter, you can see the Twitter feeds of the Adrian Inc. But I don't know, Microsoft could not afford the API cost, so I think we're all discontinued from that. Okay. So lastly, let's add this. Though this is too. No, let's just leave that. Let's remove it. So let's add a person, and then we can end this. Yeah, I can't see you again. Okay. Ah. There's no technical detail. It's not even, is it network? It's not even giving me properties here. Okay, so we have to move on, and let's just change this to 2 column. It's going to affect my layout. Let's just add something here, something that okay. Oh, I have to do it one after the other. So let's move on. So here, I can add my organizational chart here now. Or let's just add a countdown instead. I can't remember the users again. Okay. So let's just leave it like this. So let's add a countdown. Countdown to agent con. That's a 17. This how many seconds equal to action. Register. Don't have a link. What should I do? Okay, I think someone send the link on the chat. Let's get the link.
The link is on the chat. Let me just drop it again.
Please.
It's already on okay, let me just drop it. Okay. Here it's gone. The link. Okay, you can check now.
Okay, just copying that. So if you want to add background image, you can add, but I don't have the time for that. So let's add. Oh, yeah, so let's see what we have. I think I'll close this and so this is saved, but users cannot see it. If I click on save and close until I publish, which I'm going to do right away. Yeah, let's republish. So it's doing that and it's done. That was fast. So here we are. We have a SharePoint intranet. Okay. And I think it's kind of straightforward. So we have just demonstrated how to add, we create the communication site, added the document library, did navigation, added the logo, designed the footer, the header, the footer, then we went ahead to create these web parts. So any question before we move on? So we want to move on very fast to content organizer. We're going to start by creating the term set, and from there we'll use the term set, and we'll create a content type and use the term set in the content type. Then we'll now go to our document library and to enable the content type, and we're going to enable the content organizer feature, and then we'll define the settings and rules, and thereafter we'll upload files to test. This time is running. Upload files to test. And then lastly, we'll do our custom view. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So just make sure you are seeing my screen and monitor me closely, because I'm going to be running very fast. And I also want you to follow along. So where do we start? Okay, we start again from the SharePoint admin portal. So if we go to content services here, I have theme store and content type gallery. Okay, so I will choose content. I'll choose theme store, so I can create my theme. So I think the theme we are creating is so we are creating where is that Excel file? Okay, so we are creating this two theme. So this will be our theme set, category, and department. And then this will be our themes inside it. Okay, so let's create the category and then the departments. Okay, so here we have some existing terms that have been created for us. Okay, so then I didn't talk about this. So term set or term store or term, okay, all of that is your taxonomy, okay, in SharePoint. So when you hear taxonomy, what should come to mind is your term sets or your term or your terms. Simply means that where you define individual items that should be used, individual labels or tags that should be used to manage your content. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that. Add the term group. So I'm creating term group for category, and then another one for okay, I think I should just create them together so that I don't have to search. And let's rename this as Adrian. Okay, that's my term group. So let's add a term set called category. Category. And let's add another one called departments. Okay. Sorry, I need to add that again. So on that department, I want to have ops. I want to have what's the other one? HR.
HR. Sales.
Sales. Thank you. I'm sending one Dangote truck to your place. Just the complete truck.
Thank you.
So we have the department. So let's add the category. int for internal, and another one.
Look.
So when users are uploading document, they will need to specify whether the document is internal or external, and then which department the document should go to. So that's what we're trying to do when they're adding documents to those sites that we created. So now that I've created my term, I can go to content type gallery. For the purpose of this class, we are creating a content type for documents. Okay, you can create a content type for list. Okay, let's say you're working on assets where users can upload an item, put the price and all of that, and then choose the department that is going to use it. So there you need to define the content type for that separately. What happened? I think I should refresh. Okay. So the name of this, what did I say? I think I said project, right? It can be any name. Okay. Use existing category. I want to use existing category. I don't want to create a new category. And that would be a document content type. No, this is a custom now. I just created it now. Then this is where I define my content. So my content is going to be, it's not a folder. It's going to be documents that I will be adding, and the type to be documents. Okay, so you have, you can see if you want to do for that list, you can see list, and then for list you should have item. Okay, you can see that's item. What we are doing for documents and documents. So I think I can now click on my create. So the content type is projects. So this will create my project content type. And before I publish it, I will now need to add my columns. Okay, so I don't know, this is their UI. Just moving this guy around. So let's add the site column. So this title, I don't think I will need it, but I cannot remove it. So I'll just leave it. And I really can't do much. So I'll just leave it as optional. Can I hide it? Okay. So it's hidden. So create a new site column. And that will be departments, right? Use an existing category, custom column. Then the type is manage metadata. Okay. Then it's going to ask me to choose my term set that I defined. So I'll click on that. I have Adrian. So in Adrian, I have category. No, sorry, I'm doing department. So I'll choose department and save. We're in Q&A session, so please start training your question. I don't know, the time is never your friend. So I don't think there is any other thing again. Allow multiple values. No. Required. Okay, this is required. It's very important. Okay, so save that. Oh, there's already a site column by that name. So if I want to create a new category, there won't be time for that. So let's just call it I go to another category. Don't want to change that. Okay, save. And I think this should be required. Because we need this for routing, so it has to be required. Then want to add one more, which is the type, document type. Oh, sorry, not type. I think we said category. Let's use type. That category might also be already used. So this should not be required. But we are basing our content organizer based on departments. This can be optional. So let's save. I hope I did everything right. We'll come back here. So you can see this is showing that this column is unique to my project content type. This one is coming from my document content type. This is coming from the what is it called? The list content type. So I am going to publish this now. It says publish. Make this content type available for download to all sites. I'll say yes. And so we have been able to create the content type and the term store. Okay, so now we are back to our sites. What do we want to do? We want to make it that users will go to a particular place and drop any document, and the document will automatically be routed to this either of this based on department that you specify. Okay, interesting. So let's go to our settings and let's bring in some things. First, we need to enable what is that? SharePoint server site collection feature. Okay. So where is my site settings? So please, like I said, the time is not very friendly. So let's drop our question. So I want to enable the content organizer. I hope that's the next thing. I hope so. Okay, but I have not set up my site collection. So let's add that. So we need to activate the site SharePoint site collection feature. Where's that? SharePoint server standard site collection. So we need to activate that before we'll be able to activate the content organizer. I think it's done. Okay, so it's done. So we can go back now. So we are left site collection. We're going back to site actions, and we're going to manage site features. We're going to be looking for content organizer. Okay, create metadata based on rules that move content submitted to this site to a correct library or folder. So let's activate. So once that is successful, so it's successful. So once that is activated, it's going to create this called a drop-off library. Okay, so I'll click on it, drop-off library. So this is what is a drop-off library? So a drop-off library, this is where you're going to upload everything. Okay, so let's create a link for this in our site. So I'll go back to my home page. Just edit, and then I'll add the link. Let's call this document drop off. In a new tab, of course. Okay, and let's move it up. No, remove promote, then move up. Okay, so we have it like this. So if you click on it, okay, so document drop off is set. So the next step now is we need to configure the content type for these two libraries. Okay. Can you hear me now? My network kind of flashed out. And are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see your screen.
Thank you. So we are getting close to the form part. Okay. So now we want to define this library. Okay, we already have a content type called document that has column or rather site column name modified by. So we want to bring in that project as the content type for this page. Okay, so we'll go to the document library settings. And then we need to enable the content type. So we'll go to advanced settings and allow management of content type, yes. Then we want to hide the new folder command. Okay, don't want them to see the new folder command. The other thing remains the same. Everything remains the same. So now I have my content type or content types. Only I have documents. I'm going to bring in project and delete documents. So add from existing site content. Okay, so this thing is very progressive. The way I'm doing it, we added it under the custom content type. So this is it. So it's very progressive. If you miss a particular step, you so this is one method. Okay, the second one, we're going to use this this other method. Yeah. So let's click on OK. Okay. So now that I have project as my content type, I want to remove documents. So I'll go to documents, click on it, delete this content type. I don't want to have two content types. So I'm going to remove documents. So the only content type I have now is my project. My project also has the same content type family as that document. Okay. Then you can see my columns I created the project. So you can see it's the type and the departments. So then the view, we already have our view, which is fine, but we can modify it. Just click on it. We want to hide the okay, department should be hidden, but the type should not. Okay, the type should not. And modified by, I think that's all we want to do. And then save. So the same thing will be done for HR. I'll go to HR, go to site library settings, more library settings. So I have to first enable the option for this library to use content type, and I want to hide so that they don't create folders. That's why I'm hiding this. You can use your content organizer to create folders if you want. Okay, so we have HR, and then so let's add this from the UI. So let's go back to HR. Let's click on this, add column, scroll down, add a content type. Okay, let me just answer that. So I have my projects already showing, and I will just apply. That is another way of adding it. So, but I now have two, so I'm going to remove. So I'll still need to go to the settings page to remove. Hope I'm not too fast. So let's remove this document content type. This time is running. So let's delete that. So why are we enabling content type for the library? The goal is to make sure that we have a uniform behavior across the document library. Okay, so I have enabled that for both. And so my view, I have projects. Okay, so that's one thing. When you add it from that page, it creates a view. So you have all document and projects. I think I should delete this project view. So I've clicked on it. So once it loads, I'm going to delete it. Okay, so I still have all document as my view, but I didn't specify. So if I go to my new, you see that there's no longer folder, and all this Word, Excel, blah 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 is no longer showing. All I have is just projects, but that's not what I'm going to be using. Then I have my upload, so users can add files from here and even upload folders. So now we have our content type, term set. We have enabled content organizer. We have also added the content type to the library. So the next thing we want to do now is to create a rule. Okay, so let's go back to the site settings. Site settings. Oh, sorry. Site settings. Where are you? Interesting. Why will be laughing there? So now that we have enabled content organizer, so we have content organizer settings and content organizer rule. So we start with the settings. So it says redirect users to the drop-off library. Users will never be directed to the library when organizing pages. Users require users to use the content to use the organizer when submitting new content to libraries with one or more organizer rules pointing to them. Okay, so we have checked that. Allow rules to specify another site as a target. Yes. Create subfolders. So if, for instance, we are moving document to a particular folder, and we want to say that this folder, this 2005 is the maximum, but we're saying that this folder should not take more than, let's say, 3 documents. So we are saying that once this elapsed, or this is exhausted rather, it creates another folder for us. Okay. Then when we have duplicates, let it append a unique character to the end of the duplicate file name. So John uploads a file, Andrew uploads the same file, both of them have the same name. It should append a number to it instead of using SharePoint versioning. They want to have audit records, then this should be sent to the admin. Number of days to wait before sending email. Okay, so there are some cases where the content that you have uploaded does not match any rule. So if you upload the content that does not match any rule, the content will remain in the drop-off library. So this guy will be notified and he will go and take action from there. So that's what this is. So when should this happen? One day. And I think we can see. So these are just the settings. So hi, this time is running. So we have defined the setting, so we can define the rule now. So if I click on the rule, so it brought me here. Okay. So I'll click on add new items. Okay, so it's loading. So this is where I'm going to define the behavior that I want when documents are uploaded to the drop-off library. So I'll say route to ops. Okay, route to ops. And this should be active, priority should be highest. Then, of course, I have it in a custom content type projects. Okay, so if I come here, I can see my, okay, so I'm going to use department. So I think this is ops. Yes, ops. So when a document is, once you provide the department value of a document as ops, what should happen? So let's browse. So I want to specify a destination, which will be to take the file to ops. Okay, this document library here. Click on OK. Then automatically create a folder for each value of a property. I don't want to do that. Okay, but if you choose this option, it's going to create a folder for everything that you add. Every document that you create will be in a single folder. Select a property must be required. Okay, so of course, department will be the name. Then it will now add like a number. Okay, so the name of the property and then unique. So what this does is that it's going to create, so inside my ops document library, to create a folder called department dash something. And inside it, that's when that file will be added. I don't want to do that. I will end up having too many folders. So let's click on OK. I hope we have done every other thing right. So we have one rule. So let's add a second rule. Route to HR. We have HR. The priority, let's see, that will be second. And projects as well. And let's use type. And let's use department and type. Department is HR condition. Condition. Okay, so only internal will go to HR. HR. So that's the location we want to go to. Then okay. So I have my role now. And whenever a user goes to the drop-off library, which is this, and the upload. Let's start again. So this is the Adrian site. So the user navigates to a drop-off library. They ask to upload, and then so let's have this. And click on OK. So based on the content type I've defined, I need to fill in the department, which is required. Department is going to be ops, and this type is optional. So let's just add it. So let's click on submit. Okay. It says use this rule to find your requested document. So it's telling me that the document is saved to final location. So what that means that if I go to ops, if I click on this to open the document, if I go to ops, I should see that document that I just added. So you can see I'm in ops. So let's do the same thing for HR. HR and internal submit. Okay. So let's add one more and choose. We only have 2 departments, I think. Let's check. Okay. So we have sales. So I've added sales and I'll just leave it blank. So let's submit. Okay, so move to drop off library. Document was submitted successfully. Its location will change depending on action from site admin. Okay, so the document will reside here because it did not meet the condition. So the admin will need to probably be the one to review this. Okay, so let's come here. Let's go to HR. So here we come. So this is HR library, the document I was sent to it. I didn't define my view well, but let's look at this. Okay, so you can see the type. Type is visible here. I hit the department because it's not really relevant. I'm already in ops. I don't need to for it to show that the department is also ops. So we hit that in the views. Okay. So Question. I think we can. I think we have covered 99% of our goal. So I'll take questions. So if you have questions, somebody is raising hand. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Yomi, good evening. And
Good
thanks for
evening.
the knowledge sharing. This is so insightful. My name is Joseph Alabi.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I think I have like two questions. My first question is this document uploaded in the SharePoint, assuming we need to configure a reviewer and an approver.
Okay.
How do we go ahead to do that? And when it's been approved, will it send an what's it called? Will it send like a prompt to the sender that okay, the document has been approved or something? That's my number one question.
Okay.
Secondly,
Okay.
is there any form of license, Office 365 license that could, that you could achieve this SharePoint with, or there's a particular range of license that could do that? Thank you.
Okay, so I'll start with the second question. So for the second question, you really do not need any special license. Everything we're doing here is just basic SharePoint. So if you have a SharePoint Plan 1, which is part of Business Basic and I think Premium Business Standard. So you need a SharePoint license, of course, which is SharePoint Plan 1. Okay, so that's the license. That's the answer for the license. Then for the other one, okay, we need to create a new document library for that. So it's not, you can't combine content organizer and approval workflow. Okay, so why is that so? So in approval workflow, when a document is uploaded, it is not visible until someone approves. Okay, so it means that if we use content organizer and approval workflow, even though the document is no longer showing in the drop-off library and has been sent to this library, it's not going to show because probably it needs to be approved. So for content approval, you just need to modify the library settings. Okay. Then go to versioning settings. Okay. You see an option that says require content approval for submitted items. So we set this to yes. Any document that is further added to this library will require an approval. Now, we should see driver items document only users who have approved. Okay, so users who can approve now see that and they will approve the document. But when you do this, then I don't want to do it on this site. I thought I was doing something earlier. Did I close it? Okay. So let's call this all office and let's just save it. So once this is created, then we are going to enable approver. So I think we are on the on that page already. So I will just add it in my navigation as well. So I'll call it others. Then I can save. So let's go to the library settings. And I will just go to versioning and require that this be approved. I think that's all I need to do. Is for check-in, check-out. That's different. So having done this, I need to also add something here. If I go to my automate, go to rules, to create a rule when a file or when a new file is added. Okay, let's do that. Send an email to, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so when I go out of this, why is it so big? Okay, what's happening? Okay, so now I am in my all office library. So when a document is uploaded, it has to be approved. So you can see it has added a column called approval status. Okay, so let me sign in as another user. So let's add another user to this site. Let's ask our questions, please. Somebody else was raising hand earlier. So let's go to Adrian and let's add a user. User permission to the entire site. So I've given party access to this site. So let's log in as party and upload a file. So let's log into party. So when we log into party and access that file, that's library, library, we are going to now add a file which will be seen by party and the admin. However, it's not going to be seen by it's not going to be seen by other users, but I don't have another user to test with. But the admin and the user who uploaded the file will see the file, and that will be all. So I'm signing into that. What is he asking me to do again? Hope he's not asking.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you. It's like you're mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
You're mute.
Yes. So I said I'm taking questions because someone asked a question about content approval, so I'm trying to show him that.
Yeah.
So let's have other questions while I'm
I
trying
think
to
we're
open that.
already 13 minutes like past. So maybe we can just maybe any other question they can just drop it on the chat. So
Yes, that's why I want us to take the questions. So, but if there are no, because once I'm done with this, that will be the end. So let's ask our questions. But basically, what I just showed you is what the user needs to, the admin needs to do. Allow content approval and set up a rule so that whenever any file is uploaded, user is notified. I will make sure that user is aware of the rule. Hmm. So that's basically it. I don't know how that party is asking for MFA. Okay, so let's try to access the file again. I think we'll have to stop here. It's still asking me to set up MFA.
Seriously.
I don't want to do that now. So, but basically, it's the same thing. I just wanted to show you once the user uploads a file. But this is the admin. Once the admin uploads a file, let's see the admin and upload a file. Exactly. Okay, so it says blah 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 it's pending. It says identify your team. So let's go to this guy's Outlook. Okay, so this is the person that should be notified. And I don't know. Okay. Of course, you see now the other one has shown. I was waiting for the other one to show. To access that. Try. Let me see this music. Oh, so this is the rule. I need to approve. That's my approve option. I think I should just go and do it directly from the site. It's an image. Approve. Okay, so that's just the flow of approval workflow in terms of document upload. Okay. Oyimafu, is there any other question? Okay. Thank you, everyone.
No other question on the chat. Thank you very much, Mr. Yomi. This
You're
section
welcome.
is a very wonderful section. Like, let me just say you're a blessing to us. Like, you're a blessing to the community. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you. I'm clapping here. Like, I'm clapping.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
God bless you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Joseph, please, you can drop your question on the group chat. No time, no time. Please, Joseph. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yomi. Thank you very much, sir. So to all of us that joined the section, thank you very much. And don't forget to register for AgentsCon. If you have not registered, the event is happening on Friday, not Saturday. Friday, and it's happening in Unilag. So if you are around Lagos, just come to Unilag Gate. Once you get to the gate, our organizers will be there to usher you to the venue. Thank you very much for joining us today. Do have a wonderful evening. Once again, thank you, Mr. Yomi. God bless you. God bless you immensely. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
More
Oyimafu,
knowledge.
for the moderation. Well done.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you everyone for joining as well, and do have a great day.
So thank you.